How's it going, lovely people of the internet? Today is day 10, I think. I don't have any notes today. I'm just going to freestyle it. I felt like I needed to write down some notes so that I wouldn't so that I'd actually have something to talk about and I wouldn't just come on here and be like, "Hey, it's day whatever. I feel like crap. See you later." I actually wanted to have something to, discuss or what I felt throughout the day, kind of make notes about it. But yesterday when I was recording, I kind of my mind was just blanking. Even though I had wrote those notes, 5 minutes prior to recording, I felt like I was just like doing a voiceover, like reading a script I had wrote for myself. It's like every time I had finished saying something, my mind would just go blank, and I would literally need to read what I wrote in order to remember what I wanted to talk about. And so I figured, maybe I'll forget some things. I even forgot some things yesterday, even though I wrote the notes down. There were some things that I forgot to make notes of. So, I figured today I'll just kind of freestyle it. But I did kind of forget what day it was. I think it's day 9. Let me just pull up the notepad real quick. Yeah, yesterday's notes were day 8. So today is day 9. And it's been a weird day. It's been a weird day. I woke up this morning and I actually had a number of vivid dreams last night that I could actually remember. There's at least 2 or 3, what felt like long dreams that when I woke up I could still remember them. And after, smoking pot all day every day for 20 years, you kind of stop dreaming. It's not that you stop dreaming, it's that you stop being able to remember your dreams. From what I've learned about researching dreams and stuff, it's you always have 5, 6, or 7 dreams a night, maybe sometimes even more. But you don't usually remember all of them. You only remember, maybe 1 or 2, if any. So for the last 20 years, I haven't been able to remember too many dreams. The dreams that I do remember, they're usually negative, not necessarily nightmares, just kind of negative, not really feel good dreams. One of the recurring dreams I have, all my teeth are falling out slowly. I'll start feeling one get loose and then I'll pull it out and then another one will come out and then another one will come out and then and then I'm holding all of my teeth in my hands because I don't just want to chuck them for some reason. I feel like if I keep them, the dentist will be able to put them back somehow. It's if you lose a limb or a finger, you keep it on ice so that the doctor could reattach it. In my brain, for some reason, I'm if I hold all my teeth in my hands and I don't throw them out, maybe I can get to the dentist and they can put them all back in. But yeah, that's a weird reoccurring dream I have, and I've tried looking it up before. It's been a long time since I did any dream research, but when I did look it up before, I think it means you're worried about forgetting something. Something is gonna come up and you're worried that you're gonna miss it, or you're worried that maybe you have an anniversary or a birthday coming up and you're just worried you're gonna forget about it, or just worried you're not gonna make a commitment happen that you're supposed to, kind of thing. There is children crying outside in the hallway and dogs barking. This is kind of ridiculous. I hope it's not coming through on the mic. I might just have to cut out that little pause there. But yeah, it finally stopped, but I have no idea what was going on in the hallway. I live in an apartment building, so I mean, there is not much privacy when it comes to, silence, right? And you hear the lies of everybody around you, right? Yeah, there's a bunch of dogs in the hallway making a whole bunch of noise. My neighbor is a dog boarder, and everybody in this building has pets except for me. So yeah, tons of dogs barking right now, which is extremely distracting, and I hope it doesn't come through on the mic. But anyways, today is day 9, and it is a weird day because I feel like I haven't really had any cravings, or at least the same kind of cravings I was having in the last 8 days. Even if I'm standing at the counter here playing Hearthstone on my phone, I would do when I was smoking the bong, in the past few days, whenever I'm playing Hearthstone, it's as I start up the game, or after I finish a turn, or after a game ends, I kind of do this subconscious motion towards where the bong and the cigarettes were, and as if I'm about to grab a cigarette and start packing the bong. But I haven't really had that feeling today. And I haven't, like, when I was watching, my girlfriend and I have been watching Breaking Bad because she's never seen it. And like while we're watching the episodes over the weekend, it's like every 30 minutes, every hour or so, like I just like get so frustrated because I want to take like a smoke break. And that those are the moments where I just like I have to get up and walk around and like pull out my hair, you know. But I haven't had any of those moments today. And doesn't and if like I might have had like one or two where it's like I wish I could smoke right now, but it's different from yesterday. It's different from the previous days. I I don't know. I think I'm finally like getting over it, which is like both obviously a positive, but it's also kind of scary. It's like I didn't think it would be this easy. I mean, it wasn't easy at all. It was a miserable week, but like it's only been a week, and technically it's only been 4 days since my last cigarette. But you know, it's been 9 days since I cut out the bong habit, and you know, it was if I had to count the number of like bong hits I smoked in a day, I don't even know if I could. It would be somewhere in like the dozens probably. It's like usually if I would smoke like 3 or 4 in quick succession, you know, I would start like not being able to handle it and start like coughing my lungs out. So imagine like a 3 or 4 bong hit session multiple times throughout the day. Like that would amount to at least like a dozen, 2 dozen, or 3 dozen bong hits, you know. And that's how I got to the point where it's like the cigarettes I'm going through, it's like 3, 4, 5 cigarettes a day just through the bong. These dogs, what is going on with these dogs? I gotta go. Let me go see what's going on. 1 second. Okay, the dogs are not in the hall. I think it's literally, you know, my neighbor across the hallway who does the dog boarding. There's just multiple dogs in there that are just whining and barking right now. I have no idea why. Like earlier, like in previous years when he would leave, his actual like personal dog that he takes care of would whine and whatnot, but there is multiple dogs in there whining and barking right now. It is very, very distracting. So let me just wrap this up because I'm sure you guys don't want to listen to me talk about dogs that you probably can't even hear. So the other thing I wanted to mention was yesterday that I forgot is I feel like I've been kind of like medicating the cold sweats and, you know, like the anxious feelings by just drinking coffee. And a part of me was wondering, like, is that something I also need to cut out eventually? But I guess like it's not really like anything super harmful about coffee. I mean, it is another thing I have to spend money on. But like at the end of the day, it's not going to prevent me from traveling places. It's not going to prevent me from working certain jobs, you know. The only thing like I worry about is because I drink so much coffee, I started worrying about like my teeth. But I've started brushing my teeth a little bit more to kind of combat that. So we'll see. But yeah, I've been kind of relying on coffee to keep me sane and keep me going. But I've always been a big coffee drinker, and the last week I've kind of just been so bummed out and depressed where it's like I don't even want to do anything that includes making myself a coffee, includes making myself food, you know. So I was kind of on a big downward spiral the last week, just not taking care of myself at all. But the coffee has really been helping. So if you're trying to quit smoking and you are a coffee drinker, remember not to cut out your coffee just because you feel depressed and don't feel like doing anything. The coffee will probably help a lot. And then the other thing I wanted to talk about was this morning I saw a video by Dr. K, a healthy gamer, and it was talking about the puer eterni, or puer eternus, which is like the eternal child. And like puer is male, puella is female, but it's like the eternal man-child basically. And it just kind of really hit me because it's like this is how I kind of feel. I feel like this, you know, smart, talented, witty person who has, you know, these occasional creative drives, but when I try to do something and I don't get that like satisfaction, I don't get that reward soon enough, I just kind of quit. I just stop doing it. And a lot of what he said in the video really resonated with me and kind of explained to me why I am this way. And you know, from what I gathered from the video, like Carl Jung, he said Carl Jung put it best, and it's just like the way to kind of cure this is to just, you know, bite the bullet and do the hard work, do the boring stuff that you hate, do the ordinary, mundane, you know, trivial work that you don't want to do. And it's just like, okay, I get that that's the solution, but if I'm the type of person who doesn't want to do that, like how do I push myself to do that, you know? So it's, yeah, it's at least I have like you know, a term for why I am the way I am now, and maybe I can, you know, look up more about it. But I'll link that video in the description below if you're interested. It's just like kind of the whole man-child brain complex, and just like why I am the way I am. And it was a very big eye opener. I always kind of attributed it to like dopamine addiction, or like the fact that like social media and our cell phones and all these different things that we have, like YouTube and Netflix and this and that, has given us this sense of instant gratification. But it's more than that, and I didn't know how to frame it and put it into words, but that Dr. K video really kind of helped me. And then he mentioned that like one of the most popular video on his channel is like gifted kids are actually special needs, and that was from like 3-4 years ago. So I started watching that one, and it also kind of resonated with me, because it's like when I was a kid, like going through school, like I never really had to try very hard, and I still got like straight A's. Like I really never studied, and I just kind of breezed through school without really trying. And I remember my older siblings kind of, you know, giving me shit for that and being jealous, because they would be, you know, making the cue cards and, you know, quizzing themselves and studying super hard for stuff, and I just kind of did whatever I wanted and showed up on the test day, and the answers just kind of flowed through me, right? So I've always, like, I guess my parents or whoever would consider me a gifted kid, but it's like, you know, look at me now. I'm about to turn 33. I feel like I'm going nowhere in life. I feel like I haven't done anything with my life. So it's like, what has being a gifted, smart kid gotten me? Nothing, you know? It's like I have not developed the work ethic necessary to live a normal, ordinary life like everyone else is doing. I look at my friends and my girlfriend, I'm like, how are they just so normal? Like how are they able to function just being a normal person without all like the need for all these rewards and gratification and, you know, people feeding the social interaction and feedback loop, you know? And it's just like how to be normal. I have no idea how. But yeah, so I think that's all I'm gonna ramble on about today. I'm looking at the time over here. It's like a 14-minute video, but I swear, you know, at least 2 of those minutes is me complaining about dogs that you can't even hear nor care about. So I mean, that's great content. That's interesting content. I'm sure people are gonna love that. So we'll wrap it up. I mean, talking about this like I need to make some sort of entertaining immersive, you know, 10-minute video experience. But I mean, you know, like there's only like 100 people watching these anyways. It's not like I'm assuming, you know, these videos are gonna, you know, catapult my YouTube career or something. It's just like something I'm doing for myself at the end of the day. So if me rambling about the dogs makes you click away, then, you know, so be it. I mean, at the end of the day, these videos are for me, not for you. I mean, I wish they could also be helpful for you. Like, it's not a totally selfish endeavor. I'm putting this out there because it's a unique experience that I have that I can talk about, and I'm just hoping like other people, you know, can also resonate with it. Maybe we can, you know, find support with each other through these videos in the comments, you know. But yeah, so like I am doing this for me, but there is also this, you know, community aspect to it as well. And I hope if these videos can even help one person decide to quit, or, you know, try to quit for the first time, or maybe give it a solid effort if they haven't before. I mean, that's a plus, right? So anyways, I said I was going to end this video, and then I rambled on for another 2 minutes. So let's actually end the video. I'll link the Dr. K Puer Eterni stuff and the gifted kids are actually special needs video. I'll link those in the video description below if you're interested. I think Dr. K is fantastic. I definitely recommend checking him out. A lot of his stuff is very like male oriented. Like he's got a lot of videos about like pornography addiction and like masturbation and stuff like that. But it's also there's a lot of stuff in there that's also helpful, regardless of your gender, right? Like in the Pueri Turnai video I was watching earlier today, one of the top comments was like, I'm a 47-year-old woman, and you just kind of explained to me why I felt the way I felt my entire life, So it's like there are tons of women who watch his content as well, and get very valuable information out of it. So I'll link those in the video description below. I am definitely done rambling now. I hope you have an amazing day. It's already like 9 p.m. so I hope you've had an amazing day, and I'll catch you tomorrow. See ya.